What was your take on how Jermaine Ifedi played the other day?
Really inconsistent. I thought we talked after the game, right after that night, and then obviously Monday in film. Very erratic, inconsistent. Didn't really stay clean or get himself clean, meaning adjust during the game. So it was a cool lesson for him. And we spent a lot of time on Monday kind of working through it, and I think have a plan now because that's going to happen from time to time in this league, and so he'll learn from it.
Is that something that he can learn from and learn to do in a week, or does it need to happen again?
No, my expectation for him, and I think he would say the same, is to get it cleaned up now. And it's something you can do, and he's already working on those things pretty heavily.
Just one sack last week seems to be a continued area of improvement this year for you guys.
We're trying, we have a nice plan in terms of what we're trying to do, putting everybody on the same page. And I think we've grown that way. Justin certainly has impacted us at center and able to help Russ with some of those things. And, we're doing just enough. So.
Pete was saying this is a really good pass rush they have. What do they do that's tough? Is it just the guys they have, or what?
Yeah, it's a good matchup in that regard, particularly for our tackles. Inside, you've got veteran guys in Campbell. And when you look at really kind of what they're doing, their pressure package, stunt package, all that. Every guy's got a matchup he's got to win.
Pete was talking about how quickly Russell's been getting rid of the ball. How much of a factor has that been in just finding a rhythm and also helping that offense?
I think it all goes together. The targeting it and communicating it and being on time. That means the receivers are where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. And it's a credit to Darryl getting this thing kind of cleaned up and in some order to where everybody can work as one unit, be on the same page.
What do you make of the running game through?
Just still trying to find it in truth. Sometimes it looks okay, and then other times it doesn't look worth a damn. So we have work to do and continuing to chase that.
What's the work? What is it? It always is a little bit of everything. What is the primary?
It's just really, I think, hitting combinations. Hitting putting your helmet where it needs to be, based on the run call, things like that, consistently. Because we're doing it a bunch, but we're doing some nice things in terms of being on the same page, staying on schedule, meaning the down and the distance. But you'd certainly like to have more consistency when you're on the football.
Do you think you could keep winning if you're passing as well, even if you don't get the running game one?
Oh yeah, but you'd like to get them both. That's really what we're chasing here, is to find that balance. I think that makes us really dangerous, more explosive. Explosive play has been okay, but I think that's the one element that would then tie the whole thing together, and I think it would be pretty tough then.
Looks like Nick Vanette's going to have a bigger role with Luke being out.
Sure.
What have you seen from him as a blocker?
Well, he's been back a week now, so I think he'll go through some of those young guy things about, trying to find his game and being able to adjust during the game. That's a constant thing for these young guys. We tell them when they first get here, there's a difference between just being in the NFL and being a pro. A pro can handle the ups and the downs, and he can adjust and fix his problems during the game. And you have to, because that's the way everybody attacks you and defends you. They don't line up the same way all the time. You don't see the same pressures all the time, same coverages, those sort of thing. So it's kind of evolving throughout the whole game, and he'll have to learn to do that.
Could he have a fullback role for you, an H-back role?
I think, primarily he'll be one of the two guys now with him and Brandon Williams.
What have you seen from Gary Gilliam from where he was earlier in the season to where he is now?
I thought last week was the best, more consistent job by the two tackles. And so can we pick up from that and take it further? That's what we're hoping. I think he would be the first to tell you he's just been too inconsistent in terms of the strength and power running the football.
Isn't as inconsistent as Jermaine's been. You look at the blocks that he had on the touchdown, that Kristen had the 9-yarder, and looked at that and go, wow.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what you thought when you got him, and so those are the special plays. Those jump out at you, and then those are great, and we treat them as such. But it's the ones before it and the ones after it where same opportunity arose, and we didn't quite execute it, in the same manner. And it could have been the same fit in terms of where the backer was, the safety or the down or whatever that was, and just being consistent at that. If you do it once, great. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you do it again? That's when you become dominant, and we're just not there yet.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks.